It is the greatest treasure on the planet.
A tomb filled with gold, silk, and rivers of silver, and we know exactly where it is. So why has it been sealed for 2,000 years?
It isn't just because of the poison, and it isn't just because of the traps.
Today, the Chinese
Government is guarding this hill with a
level of secrecy that rivals a military base.
If they opened it tomorrow, they would rewrite human history.
But they won't. In fact, they might never open it.
Here are the 5 chilling reasons why the first emperor stays buried.
Beneath a grassy hill in the Shanxi province lies a secret
that has outlived empires. It is the ultimate
archaeological tease.
For over 50 years,
we have known
exactly where he is. We have the maps,
we have the satellite imagery, and we have the tools to reach him. The burial mound of Qin Shi Huang is larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. It is a city of the dead, spanning nearly 60 square kilometers.
And at its heart
sits a chamber
that has not seen the light of day
for over 2,200 years.
But there is a strange and uncomfortable reality. While archaeologists around the world race to uncover the past,
the Chinese government
has done the opposite.
They have built a fortress of silence. Around this hill, they have issued
a permanent no-dig order.
This isn't just a museum. It is a forbidden zone, guarded
not by clay soldiers, but by modern law and military-grade security.
To even suggest opening the door is to invite a storm of political
and scientific pushback.
If the treasures inside
are as legendary as the ancient scrolls claim,
if there truly are palaces of gold and seas of silver,
why hasn't a single person stepped inside?
Why is the world being kept
at a distance?
Today,
we go beyond the rumors. We look at the evidence
and the fear. These
are the 5 chilling reasons
why the tomb of the first emperor remains the world's most famous unopened door. Reason number 1
is a ghost story from 1974, a warning from history that still haunts every archaeologist in China.
When the first farmers stumbled upon the Terracotta army, they didn't find the dull, grey
stone soldiers we see in museums today.
They were vibrant, coated in a sophisticated lacquer, painted in brilliant shades of Han purple, cinnabar red, and deep malachite green.
They looked alive, as if the emperor's guard had simply been frozen in time.
But then, the tragedy began. The moment these statues were pulled from their humid, oxygen-free environment, the dry air of the modern world
attacked them.
The lacquer,
which had survived for 2 millennia, began to curl and flake.
In just 15 seconds, the colors began to vanish.
In minutes,
2,000 years of artistry crumbled into grey dust. Right before the eyes of the horrified discovery team, they were watching history die
in real time.
Now, imagine what lies inside the main chamber. The emperor's silk robes,
his wooden chariots,
the painted maps of his empire.
If they opened that door today,
everything inside
could be erased
by the very air we breathe.
Before a single camera
can capture its glory. China is not being stubborn. They are being protective. They are waiting for a technology,
a way to excavate in a total vacuum
that simply does not exist yet. Until then, the emperor remains in the dark to stay alive. Reason number 2 is far more spiritual. In the West, we see a tomb as a grave, but in the East, the burial mound of Mount Li is seen as the soul of the nation. It is a matter of Feng Shui.
The first emperor didn't choose this spot by accident. He spent years searching for the dragon's pulse,
the exact point
where the energy of the earth and the
heavens intersect. Ancient texts warn that this site is the anchor
of China's stability. There is a deep, underlying fear
that disturbing the emperor's rest
would be more than just an archaeological mistake.
It would be a spiritual violation.
For many,
to break the seal of the dragon's pulse is to invite
a national catastrophe.
Modern China is a scientific superpower, a leader in technology and space.
But when it comes to the first emperor, superstition still carries a heavy weight. Even the most secular officials
hesitate to pull the thread
that might unravel the luck of 1 billion people.
Some things
are better left undisturbed in the eyes of the keepers.
The price of curiosity might be
the fate of the empire itself.
Reason number 3 is a matter of
pure engineering. You see, the tomb is not just a room. It is a massive, multi-level, underground palace buried deep beneath the water table of the Shanxi province.
Geologists have discovered a terrifying reality. After 2 millennia, the structural integrity of the mountain
is at a breaking point. The weight of the earth above the chamber
is immense. The moment we begin to drill,
The pressure of the surrounding earth
could cause the entire palace to collapse, like a house of cards. Or worse, the underground springs could flood the chamber in seconds, washing away history before we even see it. And remember,
those legendary rivers of mercury
if the chamber collapses,
or floods.
that liquid poison would be released into the local water supply, creating an environmental disaster of biblical proportions. China isn't just protecting a tomb, they are preventing a catastrophe. One wrong move, and the world's greatest discovery becomes a watery grave for the archaeologists themselves. Reason number 4 is that we are currently waiting for the stars to give us the answer. Archaeologists are now testing a revolutionary technology called
Muon tomography.
muons are subatomic particles born from cosmic rays in deep space.
They rain down on Earth constantly, passing through solid rock.
Like ghosts, by placing highly sensitive detectors around the tomb, scientists can see through the stone without ever moving a single grain of dirt
They are essentially taking an X-ray
of a mountain. But the process is agonizingly slow.
It takes months,
Even years, of data collection to form a single image of what lies behind the walls. The Chinese government has issued a strict no-dig policy until these cosmic scanners
can give us a perfect
3D map of every trap, every river, and every hallway. They would rather wait another 100 years
than take a single
blind step into the unknown. Reason number 5 is the most controversial. It is the secret that China may not be ready to confront.
You see,
The first emperor unified the nation, but he did it
with a level of brutality
that is almost beyond comprehension. Ancient records suggest that when the tomb was finished, the emperor's successor did something unthinkable.
to ensure the secrets of the traps and the treasures died with their creators.
He sealed the workers, the architects, and even the emperor's own concubines inside, alive. Opening the tomb wouldn't just be an archaeological find.
It would be a massive
Forensic investigation.
into ancient mass execution.
It would force a modern superpower to look directly into the eyes of the darkest parts of its own origin story.
Perhaps the government isn't just protecting the emperor, perhaps they are protecting the myth.
Of how an empire was truly built. Some doors,
Once opened,
can never be closed again. The tomb remains a mystery, wrapped in a mountain,
guarded by poison, politics,
and the ghosts of the past. Will our generation ever see what lies inside?
or will the first emperor keep his secrets for another 2,000 years?
If you want to see the lethal
Science of the mercury rivers flowing beneath this hill, click the video on your screen now
and subscribe
to join us as we uncover the secrets they don't want you to see.